In the heart of the African wilderness, a man stumbled upon a lion cub trapped inside an old rusted cage, its tiny cries echoing through the silent grassland. Risking his safety, he acted swiftly to free the helpless creature. But just moments after the rescue, the mother lion emerged, and what she did next stunned everyone who witnessed it. In the expansive Masai Mara National Park in Africa, a courageous lioness and her young cub roam the land. Wild lions are typically known for their tight-knit bonds and mutual protection. This lioness made the difficult decision to leave the pride, choosing to protect her cub on their own. She had always longed for a safe haven, free from the conflicts that plagued the pride. Despite knowing that leaving meant facing the challenges of hunting alone, the mother lion chose a solitary life to safeguard her cub. The young, trusting cub followed her every step, content in the security of its mother's protection. Each day, the mother and cub roamed the grasslands, searching for food and shelter. Despite being without the support of the pride, the mother lion remained strong and determined, hunting tirelessly to provide for her cub. Whenever the cub grew tired, she would gently pat and lick it, offering comfort and reassurance. For the mother, her cub was her entire world. As the weeks went by, the mother and her cub discovered a peaceful corner of the savannah, far from the usual dangers. The absence of male lions in the area brought the mother lion a sense of security, allowing her to feel safer in their secluded refuge. Every morning, they walked together on the golden grassland under the blue sky. The cub jumped around, chasing tiny insects among the grass. Occasionally, it rolled on the ground, teasing its mother's tail. The mother lion always followed its every move, ready to protect it if there was a threat. The sacred maternal love made the mother lion never regret giving up the safety of the herd. Even though she knew that life alone would be difficult, she never wavered. In the harsh wild world, the mother lion's courage and love for her cub gave her strength. Every day was a battle for her, but seeing her cub grow up healthy was boundless happiness. One fine day, when the morning sun shone across the grassland, the mother and her cub were strolling near a small stream. The gentle breeze caressed their golden fur, creating a peaceful scene. The lion cub happily wandered around, exploring the sounds and scents of the flowers and grass. Not far away, there was a strange object that made the lion cub curious. It was an abandoned iron cage, seemingly left there by someone a long time ago. The mother lion stood vigilantly behind, not taking her eyes off her cub. The lion cub crept closer to the cage, sniffing and sniffing everywhere. Curiosity arose. It scratched the iron bars with its claws, making a clanking sound. In a split second, the lion cub suddenly stepped into the cage, causing the cage door to slam shut. The mother lion immediately roared in panic and ran to her cub. The lion cub struggled inside, scared, and made weak cries. The mother lion scratched at the iron bars with her claws, but the cage remained motionless. She bit the iron bars, trying to bend them, but the metal was too sturdy. The mother lion's roar echoed throughout the grassland, expressing her helplessness and pain. For 3 hours, the mother lion was still frantically trying to save her cub from the iron trap. The cub was tired, breathing heavily, her eyes filled with tears as she looked at her mother. Fear made her tremble, but she still clung to the iron bars, calling for her mother. The mother lion was frustrated, growling around the cage, but there was no solution. The sky began to turn gray, signaling the approaching dusk. In desperation, the mother lion softly groaned as if calling for help from somewhere. This situation did not escape the eyes of the rangers patrolling the area. Two Masai Mara National Park staff, Richard and Joseph, were on their way to check the poachers' traps. They quickly noticed something unusual. A lioness was constantly moving around a cage. Richard looked through his binoculars and saw a lion cub inside the cage. Joseph let out a small cry of worry, knowing that the poachers would most likely come back to get their prey. Time was running out as the sky was starting to turn to dusk. The two discussed a rescue plan, but they couldn't return to the center to get the anesthetic because the distance was too far. If they waited until the next morning, the cub might be taken away. Richard and Joseph decided to move closer to find a way to open the trap despite the imminent danger. They drove close to the cage, preparing the metal cutting tools they brought with them. The mother lion reacted violently, roaring loudly when she saw the car approaching. Richard and Joseph had to be very careful. They waved their hands gently and said reassuring words. The mother lion's eyes were still full of vigilance, but she also sensed something in these two people. No one dared to approach a stressed lioness unless they really wanted to help. Finally, The mother lion slowly took half a step back, but still placed one foot on the cage as if she was afraid it would be taken away. The lion cub inside looked out, its eyes begging for release. Joseph held the stick tightly in his hand, just in case the lioness suddenly attacked. Richard carefully started the cutting. The shrill sound made the lioness startle slightly. He bent down, checked the iron bars, choosing the safest place to cut open. Time passed tensely. Each cut was a ray of hope for the lion cub's freedom. The heat from the cutter caused a little smoke to rise. The smell of burnt metal spread around. The lioness hissed softly in her throat, but still stood still, seemingly understanding that Richard did not want to harm her cub. Joseph's forehead was covered in sweat, constantly keeping an eye on the lioness's reaction. He prepared his stance, ready to retreat if the lioness became aggressive. Little by little, Richard skillfully cut the weld, creating a hole large enough for the lion cub to escape. After about 15 tense minutes, the metal door finally opened. The lion cub quickly crouched down and crawled out, trembling but extremely happy. The mother lion immediately approached, bowed her head, and licked her cub's forehead as if to check if she was still intact. The mother lion's roar became softer, carrying an indescribable gratitude. Richard and Joseph put down the cutter, breathed a sigh of relief, and smiled happily when they saw that the mother and cub had been reunited. The mother and cub clung to each other. The lion cub snuggled into its mother's belly for warmth. The tense, suspenseful moments were now replaced by peace. Richard gently backed away, not daring to make any more noise or sudden actions. Joseph gently put down his stick, then signaled his companion to prepare to return. They did not want to disturb the mother and cub for too long, fearing that they would continue to panic. The mother lion turned her head to look at the two men, her eyes shining with gratitude. For a moment, it seemed that there was no longer any distance between humans and wild animals. A second later, the mother lion took a step forward, leading her cub deeper into the grassland, looking for a safer place. The cub occasionally looked back as if wanting to miss the people who saved it. In the middle of the vast grassland, the silhouettes of mother and cub gradually disappeared behind the tall grass. Richard and Joseph exhaled in unison, the weight lifting from their chests at last. They glanced at the broken iron cage, recognizing that part of their mission had been accomplished. The poachers would no longer be able to use this trap to harm other animals. Richard proposed taking the cage back and turning it over to the management as evidence to condemn the illegal act. Joseph agreed, and together they swiftly loaded the cage into the car, being careful to leave no traces behind. As the sun set, the two of them made their way back to the ranger station, a sense of relief and pride settling in. Today's patrol had reinforced the deep significance of wildlife protection. They realized that with a small effort from each individual, precious creatures like the mother and cubs could be saved. Although the battle against poaching will continue tomorrow, they hold on to the belief that love will always prevail. In Masai Mara National Park, the story of the mother and her cubs, along with the two brave rangers, will be remembered forever as a powerful symbol of hope and compassion. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.